feel like the energy is going to be heavy today for whatever reason. I feel like, you know, some people's feelings might be hurt. We have a new deck that we're going to use today, by one of my good friends. I am Empress Des on Facebook. She has the Love Ascended Oracle deck, y'all. This deck is so amazing. I'm going to get into that after we do this oracle read with Old Faithful, the New Orleans Oracle deck. Spirit, what messages do you have for me to deliver today? And see what's going on. I am getting ready to do, oh, they cutting up today. I don't know what to expect. I guess nothing, since we ain't supposed to have no expectations anyway. But we are definitely about to see. I'm gonna take that one. It popped out like you wanted to be on my little clock. You know what I'm saying? Anything else? I know a lot of you guys have been in like rest mode. So you probably been, you know, kind of sleepy, kind of tired, really don't want to do anything, you know what I'm saying? It's like you exhausted, but you haven't done anything to be exhausted. You just receiving downloads and things like that. I'm going to take that as well. You know what I'm saying? Pertaining to this new season that you are getting ready to walk into. And whether you know it or not, you are experiencing ascension. So you're growing, whether you know it or not. So your body, you know, might be thrown off a little bit, might be experiencing headaches, might be experiencing back pain. That's their root chakra work. Anything else, spirit? You might be experiencing stomach aches, you know, solar plexus and things like that. Just kind of feeling off just a little bit. But other than that, it's really nothing major going on but your growth. And if you're unaware of the things that goes on your journey, you know, it can be, you can get it confused with something else. But if you're tired, rest. If you need to take a break, take a break. I know a lot of y'all Superman and Superwoman, and y'all have, I'm not gonna say y'all like, you are responsible for everything that is going on in your world, so you have to do everything. But sometimes you have to take a break and recuperate. Listen to your intuition and listen to your spirit when it tell you, you know what I'm saying, it's time to chill. We got 3 cards that came out. The first one is nature. With that card, this is about somebody being balanced. I'm not getting any earth sign energy, but it could be, this is pertaining to all signs. You need to take a moment to step outside and get some fresh air. You've been cooped up in the house. You've been cooped up at the office, at work. You've been cooped up wherever you've been cooped up and not been getting enough sunlight, enough nature, hearing the birds chirping, you know what I'm saying, looking at the squirrels run across the street. You need to be outside to help stay balanced and stay grounded. Somebody is unbalanced and they feel like their world is chaotic when it's really not. It's just you not being balanced. So take some time, you know, go to the beach if you can. Go outside, take a walk in the park, or just sit outside at the bench or in the grass with your feet. Go outside, put your feet in the grass, you know, and get grounded to help you stay balanced to, you know what I'm saying, juggle what it is that you are experiencing right now. Then the second card we got is Make a Wish. And this particular card right here, I love this card because it has a mirror on it. And to me, what I'm getting right now is, number one, look at yourself and understand the power that you have. So it's some shadow work that needs to take place going on here, you know, just to clear out the little bit that's left in there. But making a wish pertains to you being able to create the life it is that you want, or that it is that you desire. You know what I'm saying? With your heart and with your spirit, with your soul coming to. You've been playing the position of a human for a long time, meaning you taking orders, working a regular job, doing this. You're done with all that human shit. It's time for you to do something different. So just take some time to sit back and reflect on yourself, reflect on how you feeling, what you feeling, and what you are experiencing, and is what you're doing what right now in your life aligning with what it is that your soul is calling to. And the last card we got was spiritual teachings. Right off the rip, spiritual teachings. A lot of you guys are experiencing an awakening, and like I said earlier about the ascension that you guys are experiencing, that's probably got your bodies and stuff all whack. That comes with the spiritual teachings and the downloads and the things that you are receiving, baby. This smoke is blowing heavy, ain't it? Off this man's thing, got me feeling all mystical and stuff with the smoke blowing all in my face. I'm feeling that. All right, little baby. But yeah, the spiritual teachings, it's going to be some things that's going to be revealed to you. It's going to be like a remembrance. So it's like, I'm not even going to say deja vu, but the things that are coming to you now, you used to do this in a past life, so it's gonna be like second nature. It's just that you could remember that when you came back this time. So they just letting you know that you're getting ready to re-experience that. The information from that past life experience is coming to play now. Very, very valuable lessons and things like that from past life trauma and things. Or I'm getting ancestral, so it could be spiritual teachers healing the ancestral line. We've been dealing with that a lot because a lot of chapters and a lot of things are closing. So that was that on the New Orleans Oracle deck. Now we're gonna jump into this Love Ascended Oracle deck. Shout out to my girl Des. I love your deck, mama. Every chance I get, I'm gonna use these cards. Spirit, what messages do you have to deliver today? You know, her messages hit home because baby girl really took her time and channel spirit when she created these cards. So it's like the messages are real clear and concise, and it's gonna hit the money every time. Oh. There we go. Flying out. Don't do that. Vice. That's been coming up a lot lately. Anything else? Why y'all just flying all over the place? Like, be respectful, be tame. Show like y'all got some home training. Alright, I'm gonna take that one. Anything else? I'm gonna take that one as well. Alright, thank you. So the first card that flew out all on the floor being disrespectful is Vice. Somebody is going through a shadow period and they're not aware that they're going through a shadow period, meaning that they are experiencing, I'm going to say, probably depression, anxiety, or anything, insecurities. I'm getting insecurities. And instead of them just sitting down in the mirror, like that mirror came up on their card with this other deck, instead of them sitting down in the mirror doing their shadow work, they are using vices, whether it's smoking an herbalization or taking a swig of the devil's juice, you know, little alcohol. Y'all going too heavy on smoking, y'all going too heavy on drinking, and y'all going too heavy on food. Some of you guys use food to comfort yourselves when you going through your little spells of depression or anxiety and things like that. I feel like my tongue rolled extra hard when I said that for whatever reason. But look, lay off of it. You smoking your life away, you drinking your life away is not going to take away the pain that you are experiencing. The only thing that's going to take that pain away is you sitting down with that mirror, doing the shadow work, acknowledging all of the things that is hurting you because you're hurting right now. And these things are your coping mechanism. So it's like it's an attachment that you have. So you also have to work on breaking that attachment. So every time you experience the shadow period, you won't be, you know what I'm saying, turn into that liquor, turn into that weed, or whatever it is, that sex that you use. Because some of y'all just out here humping just to be humping so you can feel better because your little feelings is hurt because you got childhood trauma going on in your life. Yeah, I'm going in today. I already told y'all that I feel like it was going to be heavy just because of the way this sage and stuff was burning, and it is getting heavy because instead of you guys doing the work that you need to be doing, you're depending on other things to make you feel better, to fill that void, when that is not helping you at all. It's actually tearing your body up. So just think about that the next time you get into this cycle, because it's a continuous cycle until you break it. You know, the things that you consume a lot of when you feeling this energy. The next card that we got is making plans. Somebody is getting ready to come to a level, a new level, you know what I'm saying? And this level is going to be everything that they asked for, but you need a little bit more preparation. So you need to sit down and you need to make some plans and make sure you have all your ducks in a row before, you know what I'm saying, this prayer of yours get answered and it gets thrown in your lap and you're not prepared for it. So if you're getting ready to move, or you know you want to move, you need to go ahead and start packing. If it's something new that you know you want to start, let's say your business, you need to go ahead and have your business plan written out. You need to start getting in communications with people that could help you get this idea off the ground. And you need to just take some time and organize and get yourself together. Y'all, I forgot to bring my journal this time, but that impact journal that I talked about last week, if you follow me on Instagram at Time with Tara, you'll be able to see I posted a picture of me holding the journal. That journal works wonders. Do you hear me? It gives you the space to sit down and plan out your day. It gives you space to talk about your day and the things that's bothering you, as well as make a schedule. So I'm getting to make a schedule as well. So sit down and really get yourself together, get organized. You all over the place right now. So you need a schedule, you need to make some plans, you need to preparation. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. That's what just came to mind. Grateful. It says you are exactly where you are supposed to be, so be thankful for the now. Like I said earlier, with this energy that, you know what I'm saying, of depression, anxiety, and things like that, we sometimes often forget that we may be feeling down, but we still blessed. You know what I'm saying? So no matter what it is that you are experiencing right now, just take a moment to be like, you know what? It could have been a whole lot worse. Or it couldn't be like how it is now. Just take a moment to appreciate where you are right now in your life, no matter what it is that you are experiencing. Have gratitude for it, because you could have been under the ground instead of above it. You know what I'm saying? So keep that in mind when shit ain't going your way, when you're having a bad day, and when you woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Just be thankful of where you at right now. That emotions that you are feeling are temporary. So don't go out here and make, I'm going to say, life-altering decisions based off of temporary emotions. That's where that shadow work coming in. Look here. I feel like these tarot cards are about to be real disrespectful. We are done with this oracle deck right now. Attitude of gratitude is what I got. So keep that in mind. We're going to jump into this oracle deck. This tarot deck, and see what they talking about. See if they going to act right for me. Because apparently somebody gonna get red for filth. And again, I'm getting the energy that this is, I'm gonna say, solo energy, meaning this is all about you. This is not about nobody else. So you cannot place the blame on anyone else. You can't place the blame on nothing else, because some people so fucked up in the head that they like to blame, oh, I couldn't get my car because that other car was in the way. You know, stupid shit like that. People like to place the blame on any and everything except for themselves, when it's time for them to take accountability for themselves and their actions and the things that they do. So just keep that in mind. We are, I don't know how many cards we gonna do, y'all, but I'm gonna keep on shuffling because I feel like it's a lot of energy that's getting ready to come through, and I already got on somebody's ass a little bit earlier. But we about to go to a commercial break, and hopefully by the time we get back, the cards have been done shot out, unless y'all want to see it. But we about to head to this commercial break to pay these bills, because, you know, I ain't rich yet, but I still got to pay for this airtime. So we'll be right back after these messages. Welcome back to Time with Tara. As you can see, I'm still shuffling, trying to see what spirit trying to tell whoever this message is for. But oh, there we go. Flying out all over the place. Like I said, I'm not sure how many cards we're going to get today. I try not to put a limit on my cards because I don't want to limit the message that is trying to be delivered. So we're just going to go with the flow on it today and see. Spirit, what messages do you have for me today to deliver to my people? Oh, there we go. Oh, baby. Okay. Y'all find that flip side, I swear. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Straight off the rip. Okay, 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 okay. Dang, all right. Well, look, come on. Come on with the come on. What you got to say today, baby? Anything else? Cause y'all they just coming all out. They just coming all out. The energy that I'm feeling right now is somebody is real insecure about something. Whether, you know what I'm saying, it's the insecurity about moving forward, insecurity about their financial situation, insecure, they just real insecure. And they're in their minds a lot and they're allowing their insecurity, you know what I'm saying, to slow up what it is that they trying to do because they in their mind. Anything else? But we about to see real quick. What's going on? Anything else? I'm gonna shuffle one more time. Look, one more again. Like we used to say when we used to do it. One more again. I don't know why when I said that head down, pussy popping on the handstand came to mind. That is funny to my soul. Y'all know I love music and y'all know I love twerking. Popping that thing all the time. Cause for me, that's exercise. And I love to dance. So I'm always twerking and I'm always dancing. So that song came to mind just then. A bunch of shit been coming to me today. It's just been full of random amazingness. Alright, that's it. Thank y'all. Gotta be mindful of the time. Cause baby, I can go. The first card that popped out was Judgment. I'm getting the energy that somebody has been, you know, caged their whole lives. And when I say caged their whole life, meaning they were never really able to do what it is that they wanted to do without somebody criticizing, somebody giving their unsolicited opinion, their 2 cents about what it is that they're doing. But it's time for you to be free. Like everything is coming in alignment for you at this time. It's like the things that you asked for, the things that you've been praying for, the things that you've been manifesting, it's like they all just lining up. They all lining up. Like you literally don't even really have to do no work at this point. It's like the shit just falling in your lap. And you scared to move forward because of what somebody else gonna say or what somebody else is gonna do. But why? When nothing that they have done has contributed to your growth or your journey or whatever. It's not contributing to your bills either. So why are you worrying about what somebody else is going to say? Your path is your path, and sometimes your path requires you to move forward alone, and that's perfectly okay. Don't worry about the naysayers and don't worry about what nobody have to say, because at the end of the day, when it's time for you to, you know what I'm saying, look at your life, I'm going to say when it's judgment day, when it's time for you and you going through that book of life and they be like, oh, they get to your name, Shaka Washisha, she had the opportunity to do everything that she wanted to do, but she never chose herself. So look here, choose you, okay? Don't worry about what nobody gonna say, what nobody gonna do about what it is that you were doing. This is for you and you only. Do it. What Nike say, just do it. So do it. Don't worry about that he say, she say. With that Big Lotto say, don't worry about that he say, she say. The second card that we had was the Devil. Now, this energy goes with that Vice energy that we got from the Love Ascended Oracle deck about doing things and having habits and stuff that are not good for you. I'm also getting the energy that you not only need to let those old habits go, but it's some things that's associated with a person or persons in your life that you are still holding on to that needs to be released as well. It's like you are constantly taking yourself back into this past energy when you don't have to, because you haven't healed it and released it yet. So along with cutting off the bad toxic habits, you have to also cut off the people that's associated with your feelings that's causing you to pick up those habits as well. I'm getting the energy that this is old. So you probably already broke up with this person, probably already ended the relationship, friendship, whatever the case may be, but you still replaying the situation in your mind, trying to figure out what it is that you could have done better or what it is that could have made things different. But there is absolutely nothing that could have changed. Now you have to go through and you have to let that go so that you can move forward. And I want y'all to see this card because as you can see, they tied together and they holding hands and whatnot, but the path that they lead into is right to RIP. So that means to the grave. That means this shit ain't good for you. Mentally, physically, spiritually, or emotionally. So just go ahead and let that bad boy go. We got the Daughter of Wands. With this energy, I'm getting courage. Courage and strength. Again, the insecurities. I'm not about the insecurities. Lord, somebody better give me a speech class because I be chopping shit up, y'all. But the insecurities, you know what I'm saying? You can flip that energy and transmute that into your strength. So let's say you have a fear about being by yourself. How can you transmute that energy of fear of being by yourself to your strength? Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, you working alone is better because every time you try to work with a partner, you try to bring somebody into something that's not supposed to be into it, it could slow you up or cause, you know what I'm saying, unnecessary, I'm going to say chaos. You know what I'm saying? Because you have a fear of being alone. So how about you transmute that energy and make that shit, okay, I got to do it by myself. Let me put my big girl drawers on. Let me put my Tim's on because I'm about to stomp around this motherfucker and we just about to get it. That's the energy that you need to do that goes along with your shadow work to transmute that energy. You know what I'm saying? To use it as your strength and not your weakness. It takes courage and it takes strength to not only choose yourself but also move forward after you have experienced some kind of traumatic experience or anything that caused you to change your entire world. But hey, you either gonna wallow in it or you're gonna move forward. I don't feel like you're the type of person to just sit around and cry and pout about the shit that serves you no longer. So I'm sending healing, positive vibes, and strength your way so you can just do the damn thing and just get it out the way. Next, we got the Empress card. With this, I have total alignment. I have new beginnings. I have solid foundations and rebirth. So somebody is just the things that you just went through, the transformation and whatnot, you were supposed to go through that in order for you to grow. So now that you're in total alignment with yourself, you are now fertile, meaning that you can give birth to many ideas, many things, whatever it is that, you know what I'm saying, you feel like you want to do, you're going to be able to birth that. That's the energy I'm getting from that. Now we got the Two of Cups in reverse. I'm getting a partnership, a relationship, or some kind of situation involving somebody else with you has come to an end or is getting ready to come to an end. I feel like you already know what it is that, or who it is, you know what I'm saying, that you are growing away from, because that's exactly what this is. You guys are just simply growing away. There is no, you know what I'm saying, no other explanation for the separation. You're just simply growing in different directions. And followed by this Two of Cups, the Eight of Cups, I'm getting the energy, you know what I'm saying, that it's two different directions. Y'all not on the same path. So one person is in the energy that, yeah, I'm satisfied with what I have now, but this life, this house, this, whatever this is not enough for me right now. What else is it that's out there for me? I want what's for me. So I'm willing to get up and I'm willing to leave it all behind and go looking. Because baby girl, she wandering into the desert. So she has no idea where she's going. She has no idea what lies ahead of her. All she know is she grateful for the things that she have now, but that ain't enough. She chunking the deuces. Then we have the Ten of Swords. With the Ten of Swords energy, you know, all of the pain and all of the trauma that you just experienced recently, you had to go through that in order for you to grow. Again, this has a lot to do with shadow work. When you don't do the shadow work, the things and the people that you hold on to, when you're supposed to let them go, things can get really, really bad between y'all that forces you to separate, forces you to end. So, yeah, it hurts your feelings, it hurts your heart, it hurts your soul. But out of that hurt and pain, you grew. whether you were aware of it or not. And the transformation, you know what I'm saying, was required. So, with that being said, be on the lookout for new opportunities and new things, and don't dwell too much on the things that you experienced in the past, because the past is the past for a reason. The only time you should go back to the past is when you're going to see, you know what I'm saying, what kind of information or what lessons did you learn back then that can be applied to you right now. Somebody just experienced a situation where jealousy and envy was at play, whether it was a family member or a friend, quote unquote friend, and I'm an air quote family member, because family ain't family. A lot of people have this misunderstanding and misconception that just because you were born into this family, that makes you family. That absolutely has nothing, when I say nothing, to do with nothing. Some people are just vessels for you to come to grace this beautiful planet with your presence. They're not family, so you have to know the difference. But it's definitely some jealousy at play. Well, it was at play because you already came through this situation. It's past information. Past situation. So don't feel guilty about cutting your cousin off. Don't feel guilty about putting your mama on the block list. Don't feel guilty about not returning to people's phone calls, because you can feel energy through the phone. And when your phone light up and you be like, ooh, I don't, go ahead and put that phone back down, because you ain't supposed to be talking to them anyway. You know what you feel. Acknowledge it and just accept it and just go on with it. We have the Seven of Cups. With this Seven of Cup energy, it's about choices. 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 Everything that we do is about choices. So, be mindful of the choices that you make. Everything that glitters is not gold. So yeah, you see how they got this man with this beard? I got a weakness for men with beards, y'all. Y'all see how they got this man with this beard in this cup? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just because they look good don't mean it is good. So be aware and be cognizant of the options that are presented before you, because I'm telling you now, with this snake in this cup and with these devil horns, it's definitely some shit in play. So when you're going to make a decision about whatever it is, like, make sure you're really feeling the energy, because just because it's wrapped in a pretty box don't mean it's a gift. It could be something that you cannot return. It could be something that could be detrimental to you or those that are associated with you. So I keep getting the energy that just because it's glitter doesn't mean it's gold. And I'm getting the energy that somebody is not who they say they are. So be mindful of the things that you do when you're with this person, and pay attention to their reactions and things like that. Let's say, you know what I'm saying, you got something going, or you want to share some information with somebody, and you go to tell them, and when you tell them the good that you're doing, the energy be like, oh, okay, that's what's up, this, that, and the other. You can tell, you know what I'm saying, how that person really feels just from the energy that they give off. I talk about energy a lot because energy is everything. And I tell you guys, do not focus on what a person says alone, because people can fake it. And when I say fake it till they make it. They can fake like they love you. They can fake like they help you just to get what it is that they want. So just be mindful of that. And with these choices, you know what you're supposed to choose when you at that point when you need to make a choice. Choose yourself, or choose what's in alignment with you. If the choice that you're making got you feeling like, I don't know if I should do that or not, or this, that, and other, if you got any doubt or anything that's keeping you from making that decision, then obviously go with the opposite choice. That's the whole point of following your intuition, because your gut don't let you know this ain't for you, or if it is. You just have to be real enough with yourself to be able to accept it and see it. Now I have the God of Pentacles. Again, this is financial security. I'm getting the energy that once you decide to forget about what everybody else has to say, forget about what people think, and you walk that path that is in alignment with you, then all of your financial issues are going to simply just fade away. because you already had the juice, you already had the key. Oh, excuse me. But once you remove yourself from those old toxic traits and old toxic habits that's keeping you in that energy of worrying about what other people say, think, do, whatever, yada yada yada, that's when your finances and everything are going to free up. You've been a bag the whole entire time. You never were chasing the bag. You were chasing yourself to secure yourself, to build yourself so that you can heal yourself, so that you can receive the shit that's already waiting for you. Again, this is all about you and nobody else. So you can't blame nobody. Just face that shadow work, y'all. Just face it and just go through it. Acknowledge it, accept it, and just move forward, because that's going to unlock a whole bunch of things for you guys, especially financially. I feel like what you're going through right now is tied to your finances, and like, yo, this is the ending of the cycle. Like, you cannot take this into your 2021. Hell, some of you can't even take this into your December. So man, really take the time to yourself to heal this shit, so that you can go ahead and start sitting pretty before 2021. I'm talking about 2020. Before 2021 even get here, it's like they waiting for you to move so they can just dump it all on you. So move forward. This relationship is ending. Move forward and just go on, because it's for you. Last, we have the Ten of Wands with this energy. It's in reverse too, y'all. So, not a lot of work is required at this point for whatever it is that you're doing. Like, you've been putting in all the hard work. Now it's just time to sit back and watch. You know what I'm saying? Your shit just play out and work for itself. That money about to make money for you. You ain't gonna have to lift a finger to make that money, y'all. And that's it. It wasn't really too bad. Y'all gotta let go of, you know what I'm saying, this old, let go of that old shit. Let it go. Yeah, you hurt, but again, it's nothing that you can do about it. It had to happen in order for you to grow, and now they about to make it rain on you. You know what I'm saying? So don't worry about them hurt feelings. Worry about your future. We're about to get ready to head to a commercial break, and when we come back, we're gonna have a guest, and we're gonna discuss about healing, letting people go, letting things go, and how, you know what I'm saying, that plays a part in your everyday life. So we're going to pay these bills, and we're going to be right back. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Time with Tara. And as you can see, this handsome chocolate man right here, you know what I'm saying, is my special guest of the day. And we will be discussing, healing and letting go. Mr. Xavier, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well.
You doing well?
Very well.
That's what's up. So welcome to Time with Tara. What did you think about the reading today?
It's almost as if everything was lined up with exactly what I want to talk about.
It's crazy. That's how spirit works. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm a confirmation for a lot of people, and I use my tarot cards because a lot of people have to see. Some of them not receptive to be able to receive the message just by listening. Right. A lot of people have to see, so that's why I like doing the tarot cards. But you say it's in alignment with everything you got going on. So what we got going on? Fill me in.
Where I'm at right now. For past year,
Okay.
things has been very life changing, very self-realizing. Um, it's being able to walk in my own truth,
Okay.
and no longer living a lie. And I realize a lot of people today, they don't know how to walk in their truth because they don't even know that they're living a lie in the first place.
Woo, baby, you just said a whole entire mouthful because you are absolutely right. You are absolutely right. So let me ask you this. Is what we're getting ready to talk about, does that have anything to do with you on your spiritual journey or this personal growth or what?
All together.
Oh,
Yes.
that's why the energy's so heavy because you just come in here and you just about to, it's all in one pot. It's a gumbo.
Yeah.
It's a gumbo. Well, all right, so let's talk about your awakening. What are some of the things that you experienced when you came into your awakening? Like, what was that first thing that you experienced, you know what I'm saying, spiritually that let you know, okay, this is real. This is not something, you know what I'm saying, that's made up. I'm feeling this shit. I'm experiencing this shit, and I have no guidance. What moment was that for you?
It had to be depression. Depression is it's not a fun thing to encounter. When you get to a point when you don't even have the ability to think peaceful, you don't have the ability to sit here and want to do better for yourself. It's like you just want to give up. You don't have anyone you can turn to sit here and talk to because necessarily everybody always have an answer. But necessarily you're not looking for an answer. You're just looking for someone just to hear you out.
Yes.
And it got to a point. Right now I'm separated, and my marriage that I was in was very, how can I say, the foundation was there, but it was founded on the wrong reasons. And it got to a point where the expectations that I had for my spouse was it was more of, at the end of the day, when I look at the expectations I had for her, it was a reflection of what I really wanted for myself. But I didn't know that till after the fact. It was times, I didn't even really know what love was the entire time I was with her.
Man, look at her. Are we twins? Y'all like we twins?
A lot of people go through life and they think love is mainly because a person give you things or because they there for you. But no, love is genuinely taking a person or a thing for what it is. It isn't necessarily because you like it for what you want it to be or you expect it to be. You got to take everything, all the faults, all the good things and all the bad things that make up that individual. You have to take it as it is. And I realized I didn't understand that because I didn't even know myself. And a lot of things was wrong with people, many people. We don't know who we are until you get to a point when you encounter someone that when you look at them or you run into a person, it makes you really check yourself. And you're just like, hold on, who is this person? Where you come from? It's like looking in a mirror. It's really like looking in a mirror. I would say this, where I'm at now, considering where I was in the past, it was hell going through this transition. It was scary. I was willing to be looked at as the villain. I was willing to take the brunt of everything. If anybody wanted to sit here and say I'm a bad person, so be it. But to be able to live in your truth and not have the burden of living a lie, that's you're free.
Absolutely.
You're free.
Absolutely. So, bro, we always hear, you know what I'm saying, the things that we experience from a woman's perspective. So to have you here today and give me the insight, you know what I'm saying, from the man's perspective, like, that really opened up my eyes because you never really hear men be okay and being comfortable with saying, okay, this on me. What I have in front of me, you know what I'm saying, this not right. And what I want is really coming from within. So you say you're separating, so I'm gonna make the assumption, which I don't like to assume, that you ultimately chose yourself.
Correct. I did. It was, the timing of it was horrible. It didn't line up.
No,
And
we're not gonna accept that
yes,
because everything happens
the
in
way it's
divine
supposed.
timing. There's
Correct.
no such thing as it was the wrong. No, it was absolutely the right timing because if you wouldn't have did it, it was gonna happen anyway.
And I wouldn't be here talking about it right
Absolutely.
now. Things unfold as they should, and we don't understand in that time frame. And looking back now, I'm not happy how things unfolded, of course not.
Yeah.
But where I'm at now to be able to openly talk about it, many people are stuck in situations they feel like there's no way out. It's like they literally feel like they're in a box. There's no way. And until someone can come along divinely and show you there's another way, it may be not the prettiest way of getting out of a situation, but now you know that you don't have to get to a point where you feel so bad that you don't even want to exist anymore. And in addition to that, it has allowed me to heal like a relationship with my mother. Oh man.
That's what's up.
Me and my mama, I can openly say this, she knows it. I hated my mama growing up. Growing up since the age of 7. I mean, hate. I had a lot of that hate towards her because not being able to have the full connection with my dad. And I explained that to her, and it got to a point where if my mama passed away, I was wondering, would I even show up to her funeral? If she just died in front of me, like, would I even have any emotion? And I would hear people always say how much they love their mama, how much they care about it, and I would look at them like, that shit sounds so taboo to me.
Right.
Like, what am I missing because I'm not even understanding how to love? Now, with this whole transition on with the things I've been through, I'm understanding what love is. Therefore, I can now sit here and forgive myself based on how I treated her and others, and love on myself. You can't show nobody love unless you love yourself.
Absolutely.
You can't. And it's that's the only way. You have to reflect on yourself inside before it come out. You got to go in to go out.
That's what's up. You're absolutely correct, man. But I can't even get my thoughts together. I can't get my thoughts together because I'm just so amazed at how open you are, you know what I'm saying, with sharing your experience with me. Like, I really appreciate that because getting y'all men to open up, getting y'all men to communicate, it's like talking to a brick wall. But I'm so thankful, you know what I'm saying, that you chose yourself and you chose to do the inner work. Could you, you know what I'm saying, tell us some of the things that you experienced spiritually during your moments of depression and things like that, because you know some people might be experiencing the same thing.
Spiritually, it's really the main thing. Primarily, is the self-love of it. It's you getting to find out more about yourself, what you able to do. You know, normally we go to school and we're like, oh, I want to be this growing up. So you go through high school, you go through college, and you just set in this one career, and it's so linear. You work, get a retirement, then you die.
Absolutely.
And it's like, where is the skill set that comes from that? But now, with the pandemic that's been happening, it has, and most people don't see it, but I see it as been a blessing in disguise because it made people sit here and they're forced to sit with themselves. You're not here with nobody else. You have to look at yourself. Now I'm at a point where when this all started, I'm starting to order books. I'm starting to dive in more deeply on things. I'm studying the herbs, I'm studying stones, I'm studying chemical formulas and stuff like that because part of me is just want to know, the nerdy side of me is like, how does all this interloop together? Because all together, you know, things on its own is its own entity, but everything all comes back to one. All is one, one is all. Spiritually, in that sense, it's more, it's on the truth side of things. I strongly believe when a person is in their truth, can't nobody hold you down. There's nothing. If a person can stand on stage and tell everything that they've done wrong, everything that they've done behind closed doors to themselves,
yes,
and at the end of the day, they can say that and not be worried about any judgment. But before a person can even sit here and criticize them, they need to look at themselves and see if they even have the courage to do it. Because if not, you have nothing on me. You have nothing on me.
You're right.
You're exactly.
Because, man, like this reading tied into you like a lot. Like, did I read you for filth? Like, was that your whole time?
I mean, it felt like it. It felt like just a little bit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's amazing, man. It took me to that card from the Make-A-Wish card with the Oracle deck with the mirror, man. And you mentioned, you know what I'm saying, looking in the mirror. So that means that you did a lot of shadow work in order to get to, you know what I'm saying, this point, because
Dark night
you have to face your. You say what?
Dark night, man. It's looking at those things about yourself. You know how you always can point out about somebody else, be like, man, there's something I don't like about someone else, and the person don't see it, but then they point out something about you, like, nah, that ain't me.
Yeah.
But then you got to sit here and be like, hold up, let me go ahead and change my thought process and be like, okay, let's say if I really am that person, then you start thinking, if you really are that person, how people have responded to you, like, oh snap, I really have been like that. So then you're like, if that's what people see, but you don't see that in yourself, you don't know yourself.
You're absolutely right, because you ain't doing nothing but project. When we walk around, you know what I'm saying, we don't do anything but project what we truly feel on the inside, whether we are aware of it or not. So, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to use angry, bitter people for an example. I don't know where this coming from, but hey, we're just going to go with it. Angry, bitter people. When you come in contact, you know what I'm saying, with angry, bitter people, they always mad, they always messy, and they always telling somebody else's mother business, though. Like, that goes for somebody to constantly lash out and attack people, you know what I'm saying, that lets me know that you feel some type of, you're not happy with yourself. You're not happy, you know what I'm saying, with the things that you experience. Hell, you might not even be happy with your life. You around here seeing everybody else, you know what I'm saying, being free. You was that caged bird, huh? Got you free.
And see, that goes in here to here. You saying, you know, people trying to fill in that gap with happiness. You know, people may have the job, they may have the car, they may have the home, they may have it all. But at the end of the day,
I'm turning my back because you're talking to me right now.
No.
You ain't about to do anything like that. But you're right, though. You can have everything and you can still have something missing.
And you feel so miserable. And so that's like when you see a homeless person, sometimes they can be happy in their situation. And to us, we're just like, well, they don't have a home, they should be happy. But at the same time, whatever it is that fills them joy, and it's not something that's like, if it's something that they know that that's all they need, and it's not something that feeling that's a materialistic thing, that's all you need is yourself at the end of the day. That's all you truly need. Right. And that's hard to sit here and kind of accept, because we like to always go externally, be like, oh, I need this from someone, I need that. But at the end of the day, if you ain't got nobody else to help you, I mean, you got to make your own boat float. You can't help somebody else.
Absolutely. And man, if you have never been in a position to give yourself what you want from somebody else, how the hell are you going to know it and recognize it when it comes to you if you never fucking experienced it?
That's like being a preacher. How you going to preach and tell me something if you ain't never been through nothing?
Right. They just reading out the book. You know what? Y'all better stay out them books now. You know what I'm saying? Just giving people analogies and stuff like that, and you ain't had no experience, man. 2020. With everything that's going on, I always say everything is about energy. And I feel like for the leaders that's getting ready to, you know what I'm saying, shine, because it's I'm saying a bunch of us, so I guess I'm included in that. You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of us that walk it like we talk it. And us walking it like we talk it is going to be the foundation and the example for somebody else, because words mean absolutely nothing if it's not backed by consistency and action, y'all. So you can say whatever it is that you want to say, but if you ain't walking like you talking, it's I ain't trying to hit. Because what can you show me? What you gonna sit around and bark orders all goddamn day? Go work out, go do this, bitch. You sitting over here looking like, what's that baby name? That damn talk show host from the 90s that was fat and did hell. Not Oprah, but Oprah was one of Ricky Lake. You know, one minute Ricky Lake was skinny. She on that CBS. And then she was like, bruh, look here.
That came on right before The Price is Right.
You know what? You so right. That is funny, but man, a lot of people are so used. Man, look here, for the say a word now. A lot of people are so used to being manipulated and controlled that that's all they know how to do is manipulate and control people, dog. So you have to be aware of who you are, what it is that you like, what you don't like, and what's acceptable for you, and what you are willing to do for yourself before you can expect anything in return from anybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I completely agree. I completely agree with that. You gotta. That is exactly too how you can read energy from people as well when you know yourself. If you know yourself, you know people.
Right?
Yes. And that way, whenever you run into someone, it's like a feeling that you don't get, or a feeling you get is just like, they don't sit right with me, or it's like, oh, I get a good vibe.
Yeah.
It's because you know yourself. It helps a lot.
Absolutely. And that took me to I'm getting the energy of somebody getting into it with somebody. All right, you know how you get into it with somebody and you usually always ready to just respond and react, but you just sit back and you listen and just let them pop off at the mouth. Just
right.
let them pop off at the mouth. And you listening and none of the shit that they say have to do with you at all. Have you ever experienced that? Like, no, you sitting here talking about something that has absolutely nothing to do with me. So why would I even give you a negative reaction, or why would I go back and forth with you? You know what I'm saying? When what you said don't have nothing to do with me, and that brings me to, you know what I'm saying, people projecting what they really feel and how they truly feel on other people.
Yes, just like a duck, let the water just slick off your back. That's what you do. You don't. A lot of people, when they say things to a person, we respond by internalizing the energy that's coming from them.
Not just that, not to cut you off, not just that, but they respond from emotional place.
Yes.
An
A trigger.
There you go. Triggers has a lot to do with shadow work.
Yeah, it goes hand in hand.
That means it's something that you are not doing, but you're absolutely right.
And it's something that everybody needs to address. Everybody needs to address the triggers in their life. It goes back, most of the time, the trauma that we have, like you said earlier, stems back from childhood. And we don't never address that because we feel like, well, I was treated like this, I was done this way, so because I was done this way, it's that person's fault, and I don't need to work on it. No, you gotta take responsibility for your own. You have to take responsibility for your actions because you are also a leading example because someone else is watching you and you don't realize your actions someone else is picking up, and it's like a karma cycle. It repeats.
Yeah.
It repeats.
You're right.
So when are you gonna be that person to sit here and say, nah, you know what? I'm gonna man up and cut this cycle off so it doesn't be repeated in my family. It's not repeated by my friends or colleagues. Be that person.
Your children.
Be the change that you want to see. Be the change that you want to see in the world.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And man, I said the children because sometimes, you know, when you don't take the responsibility that you're supposed to take for your own personal growth, that shit trickle down to your kids and it create a whole nother, you know what I'm saying, situation. I'm going to bring you and your mama for an example. You said that at one point, you know what I'm saying, you hated your mama. Had you not acknowledged the things and the reasons why you felt the way that you felt about your mama, you wouldn't be able to heal that. So you ended a cycle for your kids. So that's something that your kids don't never have to experience because you did that. And that's exactly what it's all about. You born in 80-something?
No, I'm 90.
How old are you?
I'm 30.
You 30?
I'm 30.
Oh, well, we in the same little boat, you know. We in the same little boat, you know what I'm saying? It seems like a lot of us that are in that generation, they call us the indigos. A lot of us that are in that generation have experienced, you know what I'm saying, pretty much the same thing on a certain level. It may not be exactly, but we can all relate to each other on some kind of level, from the manipulation, from the narcissistic parents to the controlling parents, you know what I'm saying, and things like that. I feel like all of us across the board, because everybody that I have ever had a conversation with that's in my age group, around my age group, my age bracket and whatnot, we all pretty much experience the same thing, you know what I'm saying, at home.
Mm-hmm. And not only that, our generation, we couldn't talk back to our parents. Get popped in the mouth.
It's not even about talking back. We never talk back. We gonna clear this up right now. We ain't never talk back to our parents, and we were never disrespectful. The only thing that we did, what we tried to do as a child, was express how we felt. But because they're not used to having a child having a freedom of speech to be able to tell them what it is that they like and what they don't like, they look at that as disrespect.
Yes.
So that's not disrespect at all. How can, you know what I'm saying, you have a successful, happy, comfortable relationship with your child if you don't even fucking allow them to come tell you, I didn't like your green beans without getting mad? You be laughing, but I'm dead ass serious. You ain't like my green beans, but I ain't gonna cook nothing else for your motherfucking ass. Don't goddamn take your ass to man, look here, I ain't the only one.
Which one would you rather do? Would you rather tell them you don't like their green beans, or you end up having to sneak and just throw it in the trash?
Man, either way it go, them parents from them days, you gonna get your ass whooped anyway, so it really don't matter.
And you could never tell them that they was wrong, because they the adults, so they were always in the right. You never.
Man, look here. That what you just said, but
yes, you can never tell them about their own selves.
Like, baby, they get so defensive because they, man, that's them not
knowing
who they are.
And they're set in their ways. So it's like, you can't change them. But now, this generation that's coming out now, they are telling people about themselves. They are.
You ain't got to tell me. Because my voice box been open for a couple of years now, and whatever comes to my mind, my heart, and my soul is going to escape my lips, and I'm gonna say it. And I notice, you know what I'm saying, that my children are the same way, and a lot of people have a problem with the way my relationship is with my kids because I let them be vocal. Shit, if I burnt the chicken and you don't like the chicken, I'm not supposed to whoop your ass and make you eat that burnt ass chicken. Okay, baby, let's find us something else.
Closed mouth don't get fed.
That part. And you got to give children options, y'all. We have to give children options, man. I had a great time with you today, Xavier.
You're welcome. I did too.
You know what I'm saying? Not only did you allow me to recognize some things that I had went through, you were a confirmation for me, and I feel like I was a confirmation for you as well. So I thank you, you know what I'm saying, for taking the time to come on with Time with Tara. Did you have anything that you want to leave to the people real quick before we get out of here?
I just say if you got a truth about yourself, I say share it with people. You don't know who else is going through the same thing as you. A lot of people feel like they're going through whatever they're going through by themselves. And if people can share what they are going through with someone else, then you find out we got much more in common than what the world say we don't have in common. Because at the end of the day, you share what you're going through. It's love at the end of the day.
Absolutely,
yeah.
Absolutely. Well, y'all, that's it. That's Time with Tara this week. You can catch us here at the same time, same place next week. Y'all stay hydrated, stay shining. You know what I'm saying? And y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Get Money Thursday. Catch me on the